I hope you must be enjoying my lectures. So now in this section we will be discussing the various important concepts, definitions and results of linear programming problems. We will discuss a feasible solution, infeasible solution, convex region, and then we will also discuss a very important concept, I would say a very important theorem, that is the fundamental extreme point theorem. So let's begin. Okay, so now that we have done the mathematical formulation, we will be moving towards the solution of linear programming problems. And even before that, before we discuss the solution, how to find out the solution and the methods of finding the solutions to linear programming problems, we will be discussing some of the important definitions and results. So first of all, let's discuss what exactly do we mean by a solution of a linear programming problem, right? So when we say solution of a linear programming problem, solution basically refers to a set of values of variables x1, x2, xn is called a solution of a LPP, that is linear programming problem, if it satisfies the constraints of the LPP. Obviously by the formal I would say by the general definition also, solution is anything that satisfies the set of constraints or that satisfies the problem. Then we call that system or that equation to be, or that terms to be a solution. So let me take an example here. Consider the LPP. We can take anything, suppose maximization problem I am taking. Maximize z equal to 4x plus 5y, suppose subject to certain constraints like x plus 2y is less than equal to 6, then 3x plus y is less than equal to 12, and x is greater than equal to 0, y is greater than equal to 0. Now suppose I have this linear programming problem and I have to, I say any set then x equal to 1, y equal to 2 is a solution. Then I have x equal to minus 2, y equal to 3 is a solution. We can have any set of solutions. Now this is a solution because it is satisfying the constraints of the LPP. In this you can see that x equal to 1, y equal to 2, that means 1 plus 2 into 2, that is 1 plus 4, 5, that is less than equal to 6. Then we have 3 into 1, 3 plus 2, that is 5 is less than equal to 12. So it is satisfying the constraints of the LPP and therefore it is a solution of the LPP. Now just see, if I take anything, any term, any set, suppose x equal to 4 and y equal to 5, then you can see that it will not satisfy these constraints and therefore this cannot be a solution of this LPP. So you can see here 4 plus, then we have 5 2s are 10, 4 plus 10 is 14 is not less than equal to 6, and here also it becomes 12 plus 5, that is also not less than equal to 12. In fact, it might happen that you have a set which can satisfy one constraint but it does not satisfy one constraint. So in that case also that cannot be a solution of the LPP. Then we have feasible solution and infeasible solution. So feasible solution is a set of values of the variables x1, x2, xn is called a feasible solution if it satisfies the constraints and non-negativity restrictions of the problem. That basically means, first of all, it has to be a solution, plus besides being a solution, if it also satisfies the non-negativity restrictions of the problem, then it will be termed as a feasible solution. So in other words, a solution that also satisfies the non-negativity restrictions of a linear programming problem is called a feasible solution. Then similarly we have infeasible solutions. A solution is of an LPP is called an infeasible solution if the system of constraints has no point which satisfies all the constraints and non-negativity restriction. Feasible just has to do with the non-negativity restrictions. Solution you know. So let us just take an example here also. Maximize z equal to, suppose 6x plus 8y subject to 3x plus 2y. 3x plus 2y is less than equal to 30. Then we have x plus 2y is less than equal to 22 and x and y are greater than equal to 0. Suppose we have this LPP. Now x equal to 2, y equal to 3, then x equal to 5, y equal to 0, x equal to minus 2, y equal to minus 1. These are all solutions of this LPP, right? You can check it out also. X equal to 2 means 2 3 is 6 plus 6, 12 is less than equal to 30. Then we have 2 plus 6 is less than equal to 22. Similarly, you can check out for every pair. Now, when we talk of feasible solution, that means it also satisfies the non-negativity restrictions. That means these two would be the feasible solutions because x and y values are non-negative. So, x equal to 2, y equal to 3, x equal to 5, y equal to 0 are feasible solution, but this one is infeasible solution, right? Because it is not satisfying the non-negativity restrictions. So, simply feasible solution is that satisfies non-negativity restrictions, and infeasible is which does not satisfy the non-negativity restrictions. Next we have is the feasible region. The common region determined by all the constraints of LPP is called the feasible region, and every point in this region is a feasible solution of the given LPP. We shall be discussing the methods of solution of linear programming problems in later sections. So then you will get to realize that when you draw the equations, when you draw the graphs, you will get a feasible region, and that will be the common region that will be determined by all the constraints of the LPP. And in fact, every point lying in that particular region is a feasible solution of the given LPP. Then we have optimal feasible solution. A feasible solution of a LPP is said to be an optimal feasible solution if it also optimizes the objective function. We first discussed solution, then we had feasible solution, now we have optimal feasible solution. Optimal feasible solution would be a feasible solution, that particular feasible solution that would optimize the objective function as well. Optimize means maximize or minimize as per the case, as per the demand of the question. So, the feasible solution that will optimize the objective function will be termed as the optimal feasible solution. Then we have convex set. A set is a convex set if every point on the line segment joining any two points in it lies in it. So, a set is termed to be a convex set if you join any 2 points of that particular set, the line segment, the entire line segment joining those 2 points should lie entirely in that particular set. You can check it out here. This is a convex set because I take 2 points, any 2 points, join the line segment, this line segment is entirely lying inside this set. Similarly, this is a convex set. Now, in this set you can see I take this point and this point. Try to join this using a line segment. This line is not entirely lying inside this set, and therefore this set is not convex. So, these concepts are quite simple, but they are important because this knowledge will be required in questions. When you solve out your questions, this knowledge proves helpful. Then we have certain important results. A theorem that says the set of all feasible solutions of LPP is a convex set. So, the set of all feasible solutions of LPP, it will always be a convex set. Convex we have just now discussed. Then we have a fundamental extreme point theorem, it is important. An optimal solution of LPP, if it exists, occurs at one of the extreme, that is the corner points of the convex polygon of the set of all feasible solutions. What does it say? That fundamental extreme point theorem, as the name also suggests, extreme point theorem, that states that if an optimal solution of a LPP exists, if you have an optimal solution of a LPP, that will always exist at one of the corner points of the convex polygon of the set of all feasible solutions. When you have feasible solution, convex polygon of the set of all feasible solution, the optimal solution will always exist at one of the corner points of that region, right? Sometimes it may happen that you get the optimal solution at 2.2 corner points of the feasible region, right? 2 corner points of the convex polygon of the set of all feasible solutions, and in that case every point on the line segment joining those 2 points will also be a solution. Things will be clearer once we discuss the examples. If you have got any kind of queries on the topic, you can post it for free on our discussion board of askiitians.com. For doing so, just go to the website askiitians.com, go to the discussion board, and as soon as you select the option of discussion board, on the right hand side you will see the column Ask Experts. In that you can select the category of the question, for example say algebra, and just post your question. You can also attach any kind of image with the question. Then just click on Get Answer and the Ask IITians experts will give you the answer within the duration of 24 to 48 hours. Well, I hope you must have understood the fundamental extreme point theorem and the various definitions. Now in the next section we will be switching to the solution of a linear programming problem, and we will discuss the graphical methods of solving a linear programming problem. We will discuss the corner point method as well as the isoprofit isocost method. So stay tuned.